Welcome to One-Weighted Machines and the B7 Audi RS4 series. At the top left-hand side of the screen, above the bend in the narrow diameter black tube, is one end of the hard-to-soft coolant pipe union that has coolant crust residue shown in part 1. The other end of this hose connects directly to the top of the water pump. There ended up being no leak from here, just crust. And later, as you will see, a drop spilled from this part of the hose, either from a pinhole leak in the hose or the union with the clamp, which is crusty. The rad showed no signs of leaks, none on the front, back, sides, or hose connections. I can't get a light or camera in, but the coolant hoses further up were all fine. The mechanic last year had stated that the hose leaking was higher up, but I found nothing leaking from under or on top looking at the areas on top. On the top left-hand side, on the right side of the black wire loom and behind it, you can see the source of the leak, a failed coolant hose. This is the other end of the same hose in part 1. Easy to mix this up with a failed water pump, as one mechanic, a different one, earlier had said when they saw this. You can see it dripping on and around the water pump, hitting that water pump bolt and then spilling to the ground. It is crucial not to mix this up with a failed mating surface, as the water pump has multiple pieces that can be disconnected. At first glance from under, you may think this leak is coming directly from the water pump. Later clips will show runs of coolant and where they are coming from very clearly. This view is from inside the wheel well with light shine from under. What you see is the coolant residue crust from the hard pipe to soft coolant hose union showed in part 1 from a different angle. There are no leaks except for that little leak that you will see later in the video from somewhere on top of the hose, either from the clamp section or a small pinhole on top, which had one streak that came down from it. Here you can see the leak from under at the point the hose connects to the water pump. Note the drip down on water pump. This location is on the side of the oil pan. Here is the drip streak that showed up from either the original crusty section in part 1 or a small pinhole leak at the top of the hose as well. This will be more clear when we get the hose off the car. Some pictures to help you find location. Look in top right section for shiny coolant water. From another view, the same failed hose that joins up to top of water pump.